The man took advantage of his wife being out of the house. Using the excuse of asking for help, he tried to trick his daughter into going down to the basement. To his surprise, his daughter, who had always been rebellious, agreed without hesitation. Once they were inside, the father opened a hidden door that Sarah had never seen before. He calmly explained that the place used to be an air raid shelter and that he later turned it into a secret room. Taking advantage of a moment when she was distracted, the father quietly stepped Bahar and locked the heavy door behind him. Sarah began screaming, begging him to let her out, but he completely ignored her. When she opened a box, she found it filled with her own clothes. At that moment, she realized something was terribly wrong. Panicking, she started entering codes into the lock, but after several failed attempts, the power suddenly cut off, and the room fell into total darkness. Luckily, there was a flashlight inside the box. Hearing his daughter screaming from inside, the father, to prevent his wife from finding out, covered the only air vent with thick blankets, and then left with a twisted smile. Meanwhile, upstairs, the mother began to feel uneasy because her daughter had been missing for a whole day. She suggested calling the police right away, but Johnson stopped her and said maybe the girl would come back on her own at night. The next day, Sarah tried again to enter the password, but failed again and again, leaving her trapped in darkness once more. On the third day, she finally heard sounds outside. Sarah quickly hid behind a wall, and when her father came in, she rushed at him, pushed him aside, and ran for the exit. However, there was another security door outside. Johnson locked everything again, put on his suit, and walked out of the house as if nothing had happened. After the daughter had been missing for 3 days, the police came to investigate. Johnson told them his daughter had taken clothes and personal items, and that she had long dreamed of traveling the world. With no solid clues, the officers could only treat it as a missing person case. Meanwhile, Sarah screamed desperately through the air vent, but her mother, consumed by grief, could not hear her. By the 7th day, Sarah became increasingly irritable. The physical and mental pain was breaking her down. Still thinking of her boyfriend, whom she loved deeply, she chose to keep going. What she did not know was that he had already gone looking for her. Johnson told Chris that his daughter had run away with a man named Steve and asked him to stop searching. Seeing the father's seemingly sad expression, Chris had no choice but to leave heartbroken. 2 weeks passed. That day, Johnson returned to the basement with daily supplies. It was also his daughter's 18th birthday. He lit some candles and told her to make a wish. Sarah had no choice but to comply. After that, he handed her a gift, pretending to be kind. When she saw what was inside the bag, Sarah immediately understood what was coming. Realizing that if this continued, her suffering would never end, she decided to take action. In secret, she used a tool to remove the sharp lid from a can. Meanwhile, her father, completely unaware, returned to the basement once again.